Welcome to the Fast Break, the fastest 15 minutes in the NBA. Jimmy, Rod, and Chris are here. Gentlemen, I have a question for you, an opening question. We are all fans of the NBA, and there's a lot of media in the NBA. I'm not going to go as far as to say we are part of the NBA media, for sure, but
Not
let's
yet.
come
Someday.
to a consensus.
With your help, listeners.
Someday. I think we need to come to a consensus of when do we actually start to worry or get excited about our teams. After one game, people want to jump off bridges. After 5 games, people think you should fire the entire staff. When, in our rational minds, is the season what it is? Is it 20 games? Is it 25 games? Are we right? Is it 1 game? Does every game matter? Chris, you are the most conspiratorial person I know. I'm going to go to you first because I can't wait to hear. When should we be worried about our team? What game threshold here?
And listen, it isn't just one, but it doesn't have to be 20 or 30 or 40 either. You have to pay attention to the trends. All right. Here's a trend: 1 in 10, 1 in 11. That's a trend.
Yeah.
Maybe you get a little worried. 7 and 5, 6 and 5. Right. Time will tell. Are you dealing with excess injuries at the beginning of the year that people are coming back from, or are you completely healthy and people are overperforming? I think you have to pay attention to those types of trends. But once you get to the All-Star break, you pretty much know, with maybe a few exceptions.
What just
Okay,
wait
so
a minute.
you're
What
thinking-
just happened there? Did he just answer your question?
So wait, I was yeah, go ahead, Rod. Go yell at him.
Did he just answer your question? Because I don't think he answered your question at all. I think
No, he
Chris
answered
is
it
like
6 different ways.
Yeah, they brought up the All-Star break. We're not even at Thanksgiving
Well, yeah,
yet.
he's like,
Chris
oh,
is
you can
like,
look at the trends. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to ask him about this. Okay, trends 1 and 9, 10, okay. And then, but it's after the All-Star break. So is it after the All-Star break? Is it trends, Chris? What's going on?
It's trends, Jimmy. Trends.
Why I love this
Okay.
question, Jimmy James, is because you've hit on something absolutely spot on here, right? We're all starved, right? We're in the desert just wanting basketball content. So opening night, we're excited. First couple of games, we're excited. Then we think, okay, we can't make any weird proclamations after just a couple of games. It has to be 4 or 5 games, right? So then we get all excited, 5, 6 games in, teams are 5-1, teams are 6-0. We're like, oh, look at them. And then all of a sudden, 4 games later, we're like, small sample size. You know what I mean? It's like, well, wait a minute. 4 games ago, you were ready to burn the whole thing down. And I think what it absolutely has to do with is just the beginning of the season, Jimmy. I think any other time you would pull out this sort of time span from the season, you wouldn't see people as agitated about it, right? Unless maybe it was at the end of the year, but there's so many teams that aren't really playing for anything at the end of the year that so many games fall flat. So I think the anticipation that you're talking about that so many people seem to be using for their content creation right now has more to do with the fact that it's early season than it actually does. They believe that any span of games actually says anything. That's my answer, that I don't think anybody believes any span of games actually says anything. I think what people believe is the numbers over a span of time will ultimately even themselves out, right? Because that's what you hear out of these guys so often, right? When they talk about a 15-game span where a team's shooting this well, what do they always say? Oh, well, we know that's going to come back, right? So basically what I think people are saying is they all believe basketball is going to be played somewhere here. No matter if a team's above it or below it, they always think somebody's going to come back to here.
Well, it's also during the course of a game, any NBA game, there'll be a team that's up 15 to 20 points, but in the next 10 minutes, that's going to get down to 7, and that
Absolutely.
might flip in the next quarter, things like that. So it does go through. What I'm thinking here is you've got to look at the different. You've got tiers. Okay, the first 10 games. If you have 1 win in the first 10 games, the amount that you have to get back to get to that top 8 is so much that it's going to take another 20 games. So you're looking at 30 games already before you even have a shot to smell the play-in game, right? So I think if you're in that first 10 games, you have 1 win, you're in trouble, okay? It doesn't mean if you have 10 wins that you're great, okay? But you need to look at that. So I really think there's a 20-25 game, about a third of the season that you really then can go from there to see what's going on next, okay?